Mountain bike trends come and go, but what do we think are going to be the hot topics of 2024? We had a quick whip round the MBUK office to see what they thought would be the biggest things to watch out for in the coming year. The next leap in bike geometry will be in addressing balance, unlocking revolutionary performance increases. But what do we mean? As reach figures have grown considerably and head angles raked out, our bike's front centres have stretched without a corresponding increase in rear centre. Brands have attempted to combat this with size-specific chainstay lengths, but these only vary by a few millimetres, and the front to back ratio is still massively weighted towards the front of the bike. Smaller bikes usually get similarly sized chainstays as their larger counterparts, putting shorter riders at the forefront of balanced geometry, although that's not really by intentional design. The problem is exaggerated on larger bikes, because this one-sided growth puts a glass ceiling on performance, particularly for taller riders. But by extending bikes' rear centres, rider weight will move further forwards, giving riders of all statures a more balanced ride. Although we're not saying short and snappy handling bikes will become obsolete, quite the contrary, there's plenty of room for improvement, investigation and development in bike geometry. 2024 will be the year of balance as brands look to smash through that performance ceiling. Whether you're an e-bike enthusiast or a bit of a skeptic, one thing is certain: e-bikes are here to stay and are reshaping the mountain bike landscape. However, their enabling capabilities are undeniable. They're a game changer for those who are short on time, struggling with fitness, nursing injuries, or simply seeking an extra boost. An e-bike is a fantastic tool to get riders out on the trail and experiencing the thrill of mountain biking. As time goes on and they grow in popularity, it's becoming clear that the technology and know-how from the cutting edge are trickling down to create more affordable e-bikes that deserve our attention. Take for instance the stylish e-Big Mountain from Decathlon. For £4,500, you'll get Bosch's latest performance line CX Gen 4 motor, plush Marzocchi suspension, excellent geometry, and SRAM Eagle gearing. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but £4,500 isn't exactly pocket change. However, in the realm of capable e-bikes, I'd say that represents pretty good value for money. Special mention must also be given to Vitus's new e-Mythique LT range. These bikes promise not just a big bang for your buck, but a dynamite explosion of value. Hopefully this is just the beginning. As the e-bike market evolves and the technology becomes more established, we can hope that the price barrier continues to fall, at least relatively speaking. With the ability to lower your seat at the flick of a switch, dropper posts have arguably shaped mountain biking as we know it today and saved countless hours of quick release fumbling out on the trails. For the lazy boys of you out there, the only slight frustration with dropper posts, besides installing them in the first place, is to sit down to lower the saddle. While this is an incredibly small annoyance, there's no doubt it saps energy from weary legs. BMC were the first to solve this problem last year with the auto-drop equipped 4-stroke cross-country bike, which uses a compressed air tank in the frame to move the saddle up and down. While the Swiss brand has patented this technology, we believe we'll see more manufacturers releasing similar automatic dropper posts with an electronic workaround of the design. Whether these will rely on clever pneumatics or servos built into the post is hard to say, but dropper post design is due a renaissance. It's nearly 5 years now since SRAM released the Reverb Axis, which made the hassle of fitting dropper posts much easier. So considering product cycles, we wouldn't be surprised if SRAM were among the first to release an automatic dropper post that could fit any bike in 2024. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but personally I don't think Shimano will introduce any new high-end MTB drivetrains in 2024. That may seem like a bold claim, but Shimano does, after all, have a history of letting its group sets sit around for longer than its usual 4 to 5 year life cycle. Its Saint Downhill group set, for example, hasn't been updated since way back in 2013, and the now discontinued Z group set never got a second album. Shimano looks to be focusing on its budget Q's genre-hopping family. As such, I wouldn't be surprised if we see XTR through to SLX stay just as they are for now. Yes, the brand has introduced a newer generation of XT Di2 for eMTBs alongside Link Glide last year, but with Shimano last updating XTR in 2018 and previously 2014, we're well overdue an update, and to be honest, I just don't think it will come. With the industry struggling with inventory levels and loss making, in my mind, it makes sense to keep calm and carry on. Continue making the cheaper Qs and MTB specific groups and leave everything else well alone. SRAM on the other hand will likely look to bring its direct mount hang design down to even cheaper levels. Whether that be in NXT type axis form or maybe even a mechanical version will be the question. The drivetrain tussle isn't over, but both sides look like they might be treading their own paths. The next prediction is more of a desire of our team. We're crossing our fingers for more imaginative spec choices being made by product managers. Whenever a new bike is launched, we get specification lists littered with the same few brands. Shimano or SRAM, Fox or RockShox, maybe with a sprinkling Marzocchi if we're feeling adventurous, and Schwalbe or Maxxis. This in many ways is a bonus to us professional bike testers. It means that whenever we review a bike, at least a few of the variables are minimised. However, variety is of course the spice of life. We all enjoy riding new bits of kit, and unless one of us is in charge of this year's suspension fork test, it's unlikely that any of us will be able to ride the latest forks from SR Suntour, Manitou or Cane Creek, and quite frankly, we'd like to. Testing different bits of kit allows us to grow our base knowledge of products and find performance highlights when we jump on other components. We can see why purchasing a bike with Shimano, Fox and Maxxis is an easy choice. They all make fantastic products after all. However, we'd urge you to be brave, having read our expert reviews first of course, and reward those brands who diverge from the well-trodden component paths. Hopefully in 2024 we'll see more riders and brands doing so. The motto we keep hearing around the industry at the moment is survive until 25. It all comes as no massive surprise. The whole industry is currently trying to navigate some seriously stormy waters, following on from the huge dip we've seen since the post-pandemic boom bubble popped. That means getting through the next 12 months really, unfortunately, isn't going to be easy for a lot of people. And it's for this reason there's a chance we'll start to see bike brands offering a more limited range of bikes over the coming year or so. When it comes to the bigger brands, it's not uncommon to see a single model offered in multiple builds. While the frame may be basically the same, the brand may offer a huge range of different parts packages. While it's nice to give the customer this amount of choice, it doesn't always make business sense to do so. Now, we don't think we're going to see key models get wiped from product catalogues, but paring things back and offering fewer build options could help those brands save a bit of cash. Although things are tough right now, we're honestly still very optimistic for the future. We all just need to get through this lull and wait for things to pick back up again. So there's our thoughts on what we think 2024 will bring to our beloved sport, and as always we'd love to know what you think. What is your tech trend prediction for 2024? Let us know in the comments, subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss an upload, and if you want to see 6 bikes to watch out for next year, then check out that little video up there.